Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we are going to explore one of the most unique and humorous natural creations from the Mediterranean region, a flower that is not only beautiful but also boasts an unmistakable shape. We are talking about the Naked Man Orchid, also known as Orchis italica. Join me as we delve into this species with its suggestive name, exploring its history, natural habitat, and fascinating pollination secrets. Orchis italica, commonly known by its curiously suggestive names, the Naked Man Orchid, or Italian orchid, is a terrestrial orchid species belonging to the Orchis genus of the Orchidaceae family. This unique moniker stems from the distinctive shape of the flower's labellum, where each small floret oddly mimics the form of a tiny, nude humanoid figure, complete with a hooded head, arms, and legs. This flower captivates observers not just with its sensual and humorous appearance, but also serves as a fascinating example of the diversity and subtlety found within the plant kingdom. Orchis italica is native to the vast Mediterranean region. It is commonly found across southwestern and southeastern Europe, including Portugal, Spain, Italy, Greece, the Balearic Islands, Crete, and Cyprus, and Western Asia, including Turkey, Lebanon, Syria, and Israel. This orchid prefers arid areas with good drainage, especially calcareous soils. It often thrives on rocky slopes, open grasslands, and sunlit areas, aligning with the warm Mediterranean climate. The plant can reach a height of up to 50 centimeters under favorable conditions. Like most other orchid species, the formation history of Orchis italica is intertwined with the complex evolutionary process of the Orchidaceae family, one of the most diverse groups of flowering plants on Earth. The genus Orchis was classified and studied early on, with the name Orchis italica being established by the French botanist Pierre-André Poiret in the 18th century. The flower's bizarre appearance quickly drew attention and became a symbol of nature's playful creativity. In local folklore, particularly in some Mediterranean regions, the flower is sometimes associated with a legend, a supposed punishment for promiscuous or unfaithful men after death, who are transformed into this flower to expose their bodies in shame. Orchis italica has pink to pale purple flowers clustered in dense oval to cylindrical spikes. The most distinctive part is the labellum, which is deeply three-lobed, with the middle lobe further divided into two lobules, creating the pronounced man shape with distinct arms and legs. His orchid is a classic example of a non-rewarding deception pollination strategy. It uses bright colors to attract insects, primarily bees and other generalist pollinators, but does not produce nectar. Insects, drawn in by the bright visual display in search of a reward, mistakenly enter the flower. As they exit, a mass of pollen called a pollinium becomes attached to their body, usually the head or abdomen. When the insect flies to another Orchis italica flower, the pollinium is precisely deposited onto the stigma of the new flower, completing the pollination process. The success of this strategy relies on the curiosity and misjudgment of generalist pollinators, which results in this orchid having a lower reproductive fitness compared to species that offer nectar. The plant typically blooms from spring to early summer, around April to May or early June, varying slightly depending on its geographical location within the Mediterranean basin. Unlike many plants, Orchis italica usually begins its growth cycle in the autumn or winter. It develops a rosette of leaves close to the ground during the cooler months. A spike grows up to 50 centimeters tall, bearing a dense ovoid to cylindrical inflorescence containing many small florets. Each flower is hermaphroditic, possessing both male and female organs, and is defined by the characteristic labellum mimicking the human form. Once the flowers fade and the hot, dry summer arrives, the above-ground parts of the plant die back. The plant enters a state of dormancy, leaving only the tuber underground to store energy for the next growth season. In each cycle, the plant forms a new tuber to replace the old one, which has expended its energy on flowering. This natural division of the tuber is also one of the plant's methods of propagation. Orchid tubers are harvested, usually the new plump tuber after flowering but before seeding, cleaned, briefly blanched in hot water or milk, dried and ground into a fine white or pale yellow powder called salep. Salep is used to make a traditional hot, thick and aromatic beverage, especially popular during winter in Turkey and Greece. It is typically boiled with water or milk, sweetened and flavored with spices like cinnamon or ginger. Salep is a key ingredient that provides the unique chewiness, elasticity, and slow melting property characteristic of traditional Turkish ice cream. And certain Mediterranean cultures, due to the shape of the tuber resembling testicles, the origin of the genus name Orchis in Greek, it was also believed to be an aphrodisiac or general vitality enhancer. Harvesting the tuber often kills the entire plant. If the new tuber is collected, it prevents the plant from regenerating. Due to high demand, many wild orchid populations have been severely depleted. For conservation reasons, the trade of salep derived from wild orchids is restricted or banned in many countries. We hope that by learning about their beauty and the complexity of their life cycle, everyone will raise awareness regarding the conservation of their natural habitats and appreciate the richness of biodiversity. Let us ensure that these unique orchids continue to grace the Mediterranean hillsides. Thank you very much for joining us. We look forward to seeing you again on our next journey into the world of plants.